Hi everyone, thanks for joining. I wanted to quickly go over the fundamentals of these painted shale artifacts, which are really just, they're pottery, they're clay, they're not rocks. Just to show you, it's just like chalk, right? And I've had a few questions, and I know that some people just really don't understand it, and I completely understand why they don't understand it. You can see all the beautiful lines in this. These shale artifacts were created in a fashion that is so unique and defies probability. So what they had done is, you can see how these are burnt. They cut apart layers of this. I think they originally made this material, right? They originally made this clay pottery material, let it dry, and then broke it up into sections. And that is how we are able to split them apart and then find these characters that are put onto these things. You can see these weird faces, hopefully, on these shale artifacts here. It's very uncommon. It's very unique, and that's why the petition is going on right now. We have 90 signatures right now. And I want to thank you guys for the support on that, but you can see these very easy to see paintings that are put upon this clay pottery material. So when you break them apart, these are two pieces that were together. You can see the gray markings, but you also see the stripes, right? So these are put together like books. And so when you unpack them, when you break them open and you split them apart, there are other little characters and images on them. I understand it's a lot to try to take in. It's a lot to try to understand. Most people would just look at this stuff like regular, like it's a regular stone or a regular rock. As we just demonstrated here, it's a pottery. And what's really fascinating about these is that you can see the finger marks and the carve marks that people just dug in with their thumbs. And that's what we're witnessing right here with this curve inside of here, this hole. So I have a few of these here to show you. And this is the ancient style of these Paleo-Americans. If you take a close look, you can see how there's a profile, just like a coin, on this. And what's even more interesting is that each of these edges are napped. So the archaeological evidence, of course, is there, and each one of my videos gets an average of like 150 views. And I know that not everybody has the time to look at every single video to really understand what's going on here. So I thought that I'd try to explain it here today with a few examples, and I probably should do it every time. I probably should explain it every single time, because it is so foreign. It is so wild. And people are actually donating money, not to me, but to the cause on the change.org website. They're promoting it. They're actually spending $25, one of the donations was, to promote the acceptance of these artifacts. And I want to get this in the sun here so you can see. And I really want to thank you guys for doing that. And you're probably part of the reason why we've gotten to 90 signatures so far. But I just, I'm putting myself out there, and people are actually putting some skin in the game. And I think that's, it just makes me feel real good about the community and the people that we have here. Really amazing. And so thank you guys so much for that. And it's highly unexpected, for sure. It's very highly unexpected. But when you flip each one over and you can see the pointy nose, the beautiful color that's on these. And I urge you guys to check out some of the other videos that kind of show this stuff, because I did a lot of work, a lot of research, and not all of it was instantly understood. But I think think that when you guys see these pottery pieces, you'll be able to know. And I know that a lot of you guys are already convinced and already know. These are all pottery. It's a clay pottery. So it's a little tough to, and I don't want to stop the video yet just because I'm wanting to hang out with you guys and chat with you for a minute. So thanks for hanging out with me while I do this. I might pause for a second here in just a minute, but it is a little tough to begin to be able to see the styles of these ancient folks. And I think a lot of it is just about belief. It's hard to believe it, really. But even our own archaeological professionals, you know, they tell us these human beings have been running around North America for upwards of 20,000 years. I want to talk about that just a little bit with you. But you can see how this is not, it's burnt on both sides. And you can see this point, this edge, this triangle. But I want to talk to you guys about the chance, just an idea, just a theory, that these are much older than what we think they are. Perhaps before that ice-free corridor was opened, 10,000 years ago, whatever they're saying nowadays. Perhaps these are even before then. Perhaps this was from a time when the equator was at a different position on our Earth. Right? I had a good talk with Lonnie. He's a good friend of mine, and he's in the Pacific Northwest. And the stones that he shows, he has rocks, crystals like what we have, but instead of being humans on them, they're all hominids. Each of the faces is a hominid face. There's no humans to be seen. So what does that tell us? You know, I didn't think that hominids were in North America. But when we see the stones that have the hominid faces on them, what else are we supposed to think, right? What else might we believe? So let me pause for a minute and just collect my thoughts, and then we'll go from there. So here's a large collection of some of them that were broken. And you can see how light these are. These are all just pottery, right? Like we said. Just like chalk. Same thing as chalk. Right? So you can snap these and break these. They were already broken at one point in time and then reconstituted or re-put back together. Put back together. Just want to show you some of the colors, the purple, the yellows, how the stripes are in them. It's completely foreign to us. It's a very curious, unique style. And to think that human beings that were around, like, literally created what we look at as dirt and rocks. It's a lot to take in. But for all of us, we can see these red paints. We can see the purple stone, which is clay pottery. We can see the black in it. It doesn't look like your arrowhead. It doesn't look like your Native American stuff. It doesn't. That's why it's so important. And that's why, you know, we've got so much traction in this petition movement. So just want to give a shout out to you guys for signing the petition. It's, you know, I put out the call. I did a little bit of work in the field, and I put out the message that, hey, I can't do this alone. And you guys rose to the occasion. You really came through. It's a chunky stone just sitting here. But, you know, it's really amazing, and I just want to thank you guys for all that. So I think with that, we'll go ahead and let it go. But just again, thank you. If you haven't signed that petition yet, it is in the channel description and in the video description. So thanks again, and have a great great day. Bye.